Another new BMC game? Already? It's only been a month since the last one was released. Okay. I don't want to clog up the Dark Side of Steam playlist. I need a new series.
Hello and welcome to BMC Theatre, where we take a look at the works of BMC Studio, creators of such exquisite full-motion video games as Zombie Tatoes, There's a Genie in My Szechuan Sauce, and Dabman When the Haters Dab Back. A story in which, upon reflection, no haters ever actually dab back. After a string of mixed reactions to their games, which may have had something to do with Aidsmoji being complete shit, Dabman reached a fair amount of success by BMC standards. Thus they produced a sequel, Dabwoman, a story I'm certain will be as inspiring and empowering to women as DC's own excellent Wonder Woman film. And because I grow weary of this foppish accent, I will switch to my regular voice to discuss the game itself. This is Dabwoman, when the dab isn't sexist.
The game opens with a news broadcast from the YouTuber Jordan Thompson.
Dabman has dangerously harmed one person and murdered two others.
Yes, BMC reached out to 3 YouTubers to play cool news anchors in lieu of the friend who barely speaks English from the last one. Robert, the hero of the first game, has been arrested after killing Hater Boy and his unnamed male-female friend, as well as assaulting the Emoji Eradicator. Yes, the Emoji Eradicator is such a pathetic supervillain that Dabman's in more trouble for beating him up than he is for trying to take over the world.
Thank you for watching Cool News. Thank God that's over.
Oh, cheer up. It's not that bad appearing in a BMC game. It's more dignified than the poor bastards who voiced Hunt Down the Freeman.
Oh darn, poor dude. From the picture, he seemed to have a costume. And they said he did magic tricks.
Well, now we have a firm grasp of the obvious.
So Robert is in prison, and Emoji Eradicator plots his revenge with a new Hater Boy in tow.
I have a plan, but you need to trust me.
What is it? If it's not good, I'm going to burn your Jake Paul poster.
Not my Jake Paul poster!
Burn it anyway! Burn everything with the Paul brothers' faces on it, and then burn the faces themselves. Disclaimer, Dark Lord Jado 1 does not condone setting any living person on fire, and yes, some internet people are so dumb we actually need this disclaimer so that they know that that was a joke. Naturally, their first idea is to get revenge by going after Dabman's love interest, who they know exists somehow. I'm more curious why Emoji Eradicator is wearing a Dab shirt after being beaten by Dabman. That's like Mysterio wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
And I have the thing just for you.
An old shirt full of crap?
Yes.
You must admit, Hater Boy shows admirable discipline still working for a guy who can't put on a shirt correctly. Most people would smack him and leave. Or smack him anyway. Apparently Dabman's love interest is Jessie, this girl who has such an unbreakable, strong bond with Robert that she calls him that guy from math class.
The more I think about it, the more he looks like a guy in my math class.
Well, she's got the same unidentifiable accent as Wonder Woman, I'll give him that. The villain's plan to kidnap her is to attempt to seduce her by walking up and claiming that they're sexy.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm super sexy macho man.
You a macho man? I'm pretty sure you have saggy man titties.
No, I'm obviously super buff.
On the bright side, we now know 2 people who did not pay money for Super Seducer. And here comes the first choice of the game. You can slap him, insult him, or throw a banana at him. I opt to throw a banana at him, expecting her to spike it into his face, but she just kind of passes it to him so he can freak out that he's in the mere presence of fruit.
Oh no, a banana!
What the hell was that? What a peculiar time to practice his xenomorph that's been lit on fire impression.
It's self-defense, now leave me alone, creep. You can't call the cops.
I don't doubt that someone has called 911 for being handed a banana. It was probably in California. No matter which choice you make, the story continues the same way each time. With their initial plan foiled, the villains come up with a new strategy. They send a gay man to her house! No, really, this guy named Gaetan, who I'm going to take their word as a French-Canadian name, walks by, the villains call him gay a lot and send him away, and then he just goes to Jessie's house for no apparent reason. I have no explanation for this.
Are you gay? It's my only weakness.
You got stopped by a piece of fruit, dude. One weakness, my balls.
Oh there, I'm Gaeta and I'm gay.
I don't think I can help you with that.
No, I don't need help with that.
Well, Gaetan may be a flamboyant gay stereotype, but who knows? Maybe he'll be like Trevor from Phantasmagoria 2, the most competent and likable character in the game.
Cookies! Cookies and bean for sales! Do you want some cookies or bean? Yeah, but do you want some cookies and me and bean? I'm here to sell you cookies and bean.
Or maybe he'll just hawk cookies and beans everywhere he goes for literally no reason. Is this a thing in Canada? People going door to door selling beans? Anyone? Jesse invites him indoors, literally because the script calls for a gay side character, which humorously even Gaetan finds weird.
Come inside.
What? Why? You want to rape me? That's way more expensive than cookie and bean.
Jesse goes to Assbook to try and figure out if Robert is Dabman because apparently Canada has a social networking site where people just post pictures of butts. Damn those Kardashians, their empire grows by the day. Jesse figures out that Robert is Dabman, then decides that she'd like a snack, and seemingly just to piss off Gaetan, eats a Tide Pod instead of the cookies or beans that are 1 foot away.
Why won't you even listen to me? Why, Lisa?
Points awarded for the reference, points deducted for the completely wrong context. Naturally, Jesse doesn't die, as a second cool news anchor played by the YouTuber GoodyGo reports that 2.4% of people who eat laundry pods get superpowers.
However, it is highly advised against as to avoid another lawsuit.
Also, you know, the dying thing.
Whoa, maybe I have superpowers! Either that or severe brain damage. Either one is cool.
You ate soap. On purpose. The brain damaged ship has sailed. After spawning some snacks, she discovers that she indeed has superpowers and christens herself Dabwoman, resolving to break Robert out of prison. I'd have checked to see if I had any practical powers before setting out, but I don't have brain damage. Gaetan even offers to make her a costume because, get it, gay people like fashion! Baffled how their masterful plans of asking nicely for their kidnapped victim to come with them and then sending a stranger to her house with no directions could possibly have failed, Hater Boy comes up with the brilliant plan of just breaking Dabman out of prison and killing him because apparently that was always an option. Dabwoman then decides to stop the emoji eradicator despite the fact she shouldn't know who that is or that he's up to anything, and Gaetan goes with her because he's bored. The bad guys successfully captured Dabman and put him into one of those walled-off trampolines that he could easily just crawl out of. Have these guys never heard of zip ties or duct tape? It is not this hard to kidnap a person.
Get me the fuck out of here, you little snitch!
Shut up, you little bitch. I got you now and we will soon get your little girlfriend, Dabwoman. Know you?
How do they know she's got superpowers when they haven't had any interaction since she got them? Plus, the only reason they attacked Jesse in the first place was to get back at Dabman. He's right there! Stab him! Problem solved! Dabwoman and her sassy gay sidekick go to confront the villains, and in a joke I'm a little ashamed that I laughed at, the villains put up a no homo sign and Gaetan actually listens to it.
Do something about it! Aww.
You know, for getting dunked on the entire game, Gaetan is the funniest guy here by a pretty wide margin. He's got pretty good comedic timing, and he's actually got some halfway decent jokes that he elevates to being good. It's just awkward to sit through when all the other characters just call him gay over and over again and use the term like it's an insult.
That gay kid won't be able to annoy us anymore. Your gay boy is stopped by that homo sign.
Shut up, you homo boy!
Even Gaetan eventually calls them out on it.
Lol, you gay?
Yes? Anything you want upon eye, Captain Obvious?
And thus the battle begins. You can do a laser dab, a normal dab, a re-dab, or throw a banana at him again. I throw the banana because it pretty much foobarred him the last time, but it just kind of misses and nothing happens. Oh, never mind, now Emoji Eradicator is wounded and Hater Boy is tasked with continuing the fight. They play a vigorous game of patty cake until Gaetan hands her a Tide Pod that he keeps in his jacket for some reason, and she powers up while Hater Boy stands there punching the air for a while. Hater Boy is defeated, and to punish his failure, Emoji Eradicator pulls out a gun and shoots him in the balls and kills him. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me this whole time he had a gun in his back pocket and he only uses it one time to kill his own team? This guy sucks! So now the third/final choice of the game pops up. You can bean dab, uber dab, so what, you taxi him away? Or throw another banana at him. Screw it, I'm going 3 for 3!
Banana attack!
Why the fuck do you keep throwing bananas at me? You know it's useless. You're stupid.
Damn, I've used the banana too many times. He's built up an immunity. Fine, I'll take the Uber dab.
Dabwoman!
Ah, my legs are breaking.
Oh, shit! Broken. Sorry, dude. I broke my leg on a trampoline once. Freak accident, not even doing a trick. The tibia and fibula both snapped completely in two. It felt like an all-star baseball player had taken a bat to my leg at full force. You could hear the sickening snapping noise like planks of wood cracking in half clear across a crowded auditorium. My leg bent in the middle like Harry Potter in that scene in the Chamber of Secrets. I still remember what I hallucinated when they doped me up to reset the bones. I was flying over a sea of clouds, but the sky was yellow. I still have the bump in my leg from where the bones healed because I barely avoided having to have an actual metal rod stuck through my leg. Oh, holy shit, he's standing back up on two broken legs! Ow! With the villains defeated, Dabwoman rescues Dabman.
Wait! I need to put my costume.
Wait, did you see that?
I need to put my costume.
The cameraman's hair blew in front of the camera.
I need to put my costume.
Some of us can only wish that we had that problem.
Faster, please!
Whoa. Calm down, please.
Okay, correction. She tries to rescue Robert in defiant spite of his immeasurable stupidity.
Whoa!
Go!
Okay, that's good enough. For me! Oh no!
No, my plans have all failed.
Yeah, you're shockingly terrible at this supervillain thing. Dabman calls the cops, and he and the newly christened Dabwoman celebrate their victory.
Beep bop, beep bop bop. Hello, the cops! My God, I was really useless in that story.
Take comfort, Robert. You are not the only one.
Let's get married!
And then Jesse immediately says that they should get married, and the camera just zooms in on Robert. Yes, these two people who barely know each other's names and seem to have not gone on a single date. And she immediately wants to get married. Guys, I think any feminist points you got for featuring a female superhero just got flushed down the toilet. And now you are rewarded with the single greatest gift imaginable for completing the game. A video clip of me!
Good evening and welcome to Cool News. Today's top story, notorious self-proclaimed supervillain the Emoji Eradicator, also known to go by his name Jeff, has been arrested and sent to a Canadian maximum security prison.
Yes, I am the third news anchor for Cool News, reporting to close out the game.
Robert, aka the superhero Dabman, has been cleared of all charges related to vigilante activities following his apprehension of the Emoji Eradicator.
Wait, so Dabwoman does literally all the work capturing Emoji Eradicator, but her male counterpart gets the credit? Oh god, BMC made actual social commentary. I also opted to add a part in the script where I discuss Hater Boy's death.
Known criminal co-conspirator Hater Boy was found dead at the scene of Jeff's apprehension. Those familiar with the deceased have been quoted as saying, "That guy was a douche."
See, what's funny about this scene is that I assumed my bit was at the start of the game as a recap. I had no idea that my bit came at the end of the game, so I just magically predicted that there'd be a second Hater Boy and that he'd also get killed. Gotta say, if I were to develop psychic powers, I could have picked a better time to manifest.
And now to Ollie for the day's hockey scores.
I find it interesting how all three hosts added their own little joke to their respective sketch. The first guy added in a fart joke, the second guy added in a dab, I added a hockey reference because get it, Canada! And then dark music that doesn't at all match the game plays us out. Nice Dabwoman logo. It's the Wonder Woman logo that's been cut in half. The quality is about what you expect from BMC. It's kids having fun, only now with a few new cast members. What struck me is that Dabwoman actually has a fair number of jokes that landed and made me laugh.
Ding dong!
What?
I also find it weird how Emoji Eradicator and Hater Boy are pretty much the two worst supervillains in history, and they don't really write any jokes about it. Neither can figure out how to kidnap a single unarmed woman before she gets superpowers and get their asses kicked in a fight, despite having a gun readily on hand, and it's all pretty much played straight. Aha! You are finished, Dabman! At long last I have captured my sworn enemy. Now I must devise the most evil means to end your life. Well, what's that you're holding? It's a flamethrower. I use it to toast marshmallows, for I am the Marsh Raider! Well, I mean, couldn't you just kill me with that? Why would I use my marshmallow gun on a person? Why would you use a flamethrower to toast marshmallows? Because it's my marshmallow gun. Okay, so you're not willing to incinerate your enemies, but you are willing to serve them s'mores. Silence! I finally figured out how to take my vengeance. I'll kidnap your girlfriend and bring her here to watch you die. Girlfriend? Yes, I went to see her earlier, but she escaped my grasp. Whoosh. Come with me now, miss. No, I'm afraid I'll have to insist. No. Okay. Whoosh. Are you nuts? That's not my girlfriend. She's way out of my league. You are not wrong about that. Look, I'm not busting your balls. I just think this whole supervillain thing isn't your bag, you know? Novelty flamethrower barbecue maybe, but not a supervillain. Silence! I am the Marsh Raider, and I will not be mocked by a Z-grade superhero or his random acquaintance who followed me back to my base. You win this round. The main problems, apart from the limited interactivity that you've either accepted or you haven't by this point, are that the actress playing Jessie needs more practice and the villains spew a lot of homophobic and misogynist remarks. I get they're the bad guys and everything they say is supposed to be 100% wrong, and they put a disclaimer that they don't mean any of the jokes at the start of the game, but the other characters never retort to the comments, and it gets uncomfortable.
See, that's what happens when a woman is in a dishwasher. It's really useless. She's so stupid. Look at her, is she retarded?
Yeah, she's a woman.
Women are always retarded.
Yeah.
Calling the lone female character a dishwasher repeatedly is neither fun nor funny. Ditto for just calling the gay guy gay repeatedly. So it's somehow both a step forward and a step back for BMC. But hell, it's nice to see they're still trying. I'll take it. Still better than most of what pops up on Steam these days.